Hey there viewers, Eric O here at Self-Made Auto. Got a quick video for us today. Today we're going to fix a tire. First we got to find a leak though. It's got a Ford Taurus. Really kind of redundant what kind of car it is. Says it's a slow leak. Well, I don't even have to. I was going to show you some magic spray that I have, but I can see the nail in it. So I guess that was easy. I'll show you anyway, see if this works. This is a product we use here. It's called Tech Check. It's made by Tech. I don't know if you guys have Tech dealers in your area or a product that contains this. I can't even pretend how to say that word. It's about 37 syllables. So, but at any rate, it comes in this container and it's a concentrated formula. I think it tells you it's very concentrated. Let's see. Yeah, so to mix up a pint, use 1.5 capfuls of this stuff to 1 pint of water. So, or 1 gallon, use 12 capfuls. So, and it just comes with a little tiny cap on it. I just have, a new bottle of it that I replenish this one with that I just put a, spray bottle on it. But it works really great at finding tiny leaks, and I'll show you. So there is the nail head. And if we just, typically I go around, I just we'll spray down the entire tire with this stuff, come back a couple minutes later, and it will just be this huge foamy clump of foam. How's that for terminology? So I don't know what it is with this stuff, if it has just a really high surface tension, or what the story is, why it works so well, but it works phenomenal at finding leaks. Absolutely phenomenal. More so on pinhole leaks than anything. If you have a really big leak, it just tends to just, kind of blow the liquid right out of the way and doesn't really foam up. But if you have these little pinholes, this stuff is amazing. It's pretty easy. A lot of times too, before I spray down a tire, I'll just go, just give it a visual look around. Because quite often, you can see something just sticking out of them. That's a nice one. Quite a ways. Pull this tire off. Just pull the core out of it. Gonna let it sit there and leak down, and we'll break it down and get it fixed up. You gotta be careful with the tire pressure monitor. You don't want to break that off. The reason I spun that backwards is because when you start to take these off, you always got to start at the tire pressure sensor. That way the bead of the tire doesn't come down and bust it off. So right there's our hole. You can see where it came through. I'll grab a little light here so we can see what we're doing. See if I can do this where everybody can see. Do you guys see all right? Yeah, good. So I'm going to install what they call a uni-seal. And basically what that's going to do, that's going to patch, you know, the inside of the tire here, plus it's going to fill the injury. New York tried to pass a law not too long ago that that was the only way we were going to be able to patch tires, but that's my preferred method. Just want to kind of see what angle that went in on. You don't want to accidentally, you know, because we got to drill this out and I don't want to drill a hole the wrong way, so that was about the angle it went in on. I can feel it on the back side of the tire here with my hand poking through, so just want to make sure when we come through, because the drill here will drill just about any way you push it. Get it lined up here. Yeah, I feel that poking right through. Alright, so we got the inside of that hole buffed out good. The patch I'm going to use is just about the size of one of these caps, so I just kind of want to stick that on there. Sure, I got a crane that draws, and we'll draw around it. That way we've got a, it's always a tendency to kind of over buff an area. So I usually try to, I've got little templates made up of all my patches, so if we buff that area there, that'll be perfect for the patch that we're going to use. I'm just going to buff out that area. Looks like it's scuffed up good. I just want to use a cleaner and we're going to kind of scrape some of that loose rubber out of the way. We're just going to use some more cleaner. Go in there and just make sure that area is going to be good and clean to take glue. And I apply a glue, or I guess a chemical vulcanizer. I'll put it on there. Make sure we got it in the cracks pretty good, and then we just sit and wait and let that dry. It takes a couple minutes. While we're waiting for the glue to dry, these are the patches that I use here on this style injury. It really depends on what you know, what happened, you know, what patch we use. Getting these things out, so probably make these things a little difficult to get up out of there. So this is the patch. So like I say, it's you know, kind of like a, what some people call them patch plugs. Nitech, they call them uni-seals. Come in all different sizes. We got different you know, corresponding drill bits that go with each one to, you know, drill out the correct diameter of the stem there. So we'll pull off the blue material. We'll put a little vulcanizing fluid on the plug portion. It's got a wire there on the end of it that we'll use to actually pull through the hole, and then we'll chop it off. All right, now that the glue's dry, remove that blue coating from the patch. And get that metal stem to start through there without touching the patch, hopefully. Sometimes that's a little tricky on these tiny ones. We get it lined up, grab it from the back side, pull it through. And we just come in and then you just press down the edges. Make sure it's got good adhesion. And then we use, this is called a patch stitcher. Just go around the patch and next part of the process, I use this product called Security Coat. I don't know if you can read it or not, but it's another product put out by Nytech. It's kind of like liquid Band-Aid for tires. At least that's the way I look at it. It just puts a protective coating over top of the patch. It doesn't really aid in the sealing of it, but you can see on the can here, the stuff that's gotten on the outside, it essentially turns to like this black rubber, and I think it just puts kind of like a, like it says, a security coat over top of the patch, so that way there, if there's any kind of foreign material in the tire rolling around, it doesn't, have any abrasion against the patch and start to, compromise the seal. It takes a few minutes for that stuff to dry, but we just mount the tire back up. It's looking kind of cruddy on the bead. I think we better clean the bead up, or we'll seal it on it. So this is a product we use here. It's called Fry Lube. I don't know if they use it in the non-rust belt, but it's a rust and corrosion inhibitor for aluminum and steel wheels. Buy this stuff by the 5-gallon pails and go through lots of it. Pretty much just coat both beads with it, and it'll keep that wheel from getting all corroded and white and crusty, leaking on the bead. So it's a pretty popular product. Used to use it a lot working on the big trucks, and anytime you did the split rims, like on the 10-120s, you'd always coat the flap down good with that, before you stuck the tire and tube on, and keep it from sticking to the rim. Same thing when you're going back together, you gotta watch that sensor, make sure that's the last part of the rim to flop on. Marked the bell stem before we took it apart. Put it back where it was. We'll check the balance on it. And sometimes putting them back, you'll get them right on the money without making any adjustments. stick now for valve stems. Cut the tail off our patch and double check our work before we spin it. I got a little spray there. You can see that's good. It's not foaming up on us. So I'll just pull that up a little bit, snip it off, and good job. Got the machine set up, we'll give it a spin here, see how it turns out. Like I say, we mounted it back where it was, so it was balanced before, which, well, in this case, there's a little minor change here. It's my habit, if a wheel needs any adjustment at all, we just peel the weights and, you know, start from fresh. This uses a stick-on weight. Line that up. Seems to me everything is stick-on weights nowadays. But they certainly stick well and seem to work good. And this Coates 1250 is a great machine for applying stick-on weights. It's very accurate, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it or not. We came up with near perfect balance. A static of 0.06 is phenomenal, and our dual plane balance is right on the money, so this car's ready to go. Oh, there they are. Left them all the way over here. Usually I stick the wheel nuts on the left. All right, viewers, I gotta wrap it up. Got people out there waiting, gotta bring in another car, so gonna let this one down and pull it outside. So hopefully you learned a little something from this, maybe what it takes to patch a tire, or maybe some different techniques if you already know how to patch tires. And if you know something that I missed, besides the fact I don't use a low speed buffer, maybe leave it in the comment box how you guys do it at your shop, or what it's your tendency to do and how to fix them. So let us know. Let's get a discussion going. So thanks for watching.